Hello, everyone. Jane here from Your Way Weight Loss, and today we're talking about being a woman.
Being a woman, all our bits and pieces.
Independent. um, do you do that when you hear like words and they go to song?
I mean, I'm not like you when it comes to songs like that. Like, I actually feel sometimes when I'm listening to music, I feel like Jose would be so disappointed in me because, like, I don't know who these people are either. Like, I know Britney Spears and Jack Johnson. That's it. These are the only people I know that are singers.
Oh, I mean, that's one thing that really separates us from, yes. Because I was thinking of something the other day and I was telling Jeff, I'm like, no, I said, Alicia's not really into like, she doesn't know like actors and stuff. She doesn't like
No.
watch TV. And then I'm like, but she watches Housewives though. And he was like shocked. He's like, wow, I
Really?
did not see her as, I'm like, I know. And like, you would think I'm the one that would watch Housewives and stuff, and I don't know any of the Housewives, so it's very interesting.
It's true. That's like kind of one of my sneaky secrets for sure. It's like I feel like dirty when I do it.
Like when you do it and you like it.
But sometimes I just need like that break from my brain.
Okay, see, okay,
That's
the
what it
reason,
is for me.
and it's very funny because you're like kind of judgy about me loving Bachelor, and you're like, oh, I don't like the scene and like the drama, and I'm like, are you serious? Because I feel like
Okay,
that's what I don't like about the Housewives.
but here's the thing. The Bachelor couldn't be more unreal. That's
Okay,
what
okay, okay,
drives
okay.
me crazy.
Okay, all right.
Right? Like, I mean, you can argue how much the housewives are real, but like at least they're like real people in like their homes, not like taken to this island with like, come on.
Okay, well, listen, maybe it's because of the fantasy part that I like. Maybe
Okay,
that's what I like.
it's true that you do like that scene more than me.
I really do like that scene more than you, and I think for me, like, if I were to watch that, and again, never watched it, so this is just my perception of it, I feel like they're fighting and they're chatty and drama, and you and I are both not about and, like, not into that, and actually, I'm like, it makes me awkward, so I'm like, that makes me funny that you sit there and you watch that and you like it.
It's true, and I do. I do, and now I'm, like, connected. I need to know what's going on with their lives.
Uh, well, okay. It's almost like when I see people talk. I'm listening to these girls. I really like this new podcast, and it's called Chatty Broads, and it's two girls that were on The Bachelor.
Okay.
And they were really popular. And I don't even know if Jess was. Anyways, it's Jess and Becca. Becca, I really enjoyed when she was on The Bachelor. Anyways, they have this really popular podcast, and they're talking about housewives. They know that what they do is they chat about anything Bachelor related. So
Okay.
you really need to know, like, you wouldn't want to listen to it because you
No.
wouldn't know who they're talking about.
Right.
But they did talk about the housewives. They do really enjoy the housewives, and they were talking about like LVP and whatever. And they went to LVP's home and they did a podcast with her and all that. And I was like, I don't know who LVP is. So
Lisa Vanderpump.
yes, I was jealous
Okay.
of not knowing, and not jealous, but I'm like, oh, maybe I should get into that. And then
Yes.
you told me there's like an app where you can watch all the housewives in one
Yes.
place.
For $5.99. It's called Hey You. $5.99 a month. Yes, please. I mean, the Kardashians are leaving, but like I watch the Kardashians like, hey, hate on me.
Oh my
You know,
God.
one of the biggest fights I ever had with my dad is about when my dad talks about Kim Kardashian.
Stop. Tell us.
Well, I feel like obviously I love my dad, but I feel like he doesn't like know what's going on currently with Kim Kardashian. Like, I think he's like thinking of like the days of like when she was Paris Hilton's best friend. And he's just like,
Okay.
she's this, like, why is she famous? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Dad, like, you don't know what she's doing behind the scenes. Like, she is creating empires.
Right.
And as much as you can say because they were on reality TV, there's a bajillion other people that have been on reality TV that do not have empires like the Kardashians.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know nothing about the Kardashians.
Okay.
I know who Kim is, Kloe, and
Do
there's
you
the
know
other
that
one.
Kim is currently getting a law degree? And she's
Oh.
worked very hard to get people off that have been like convicted for, there's like a fancy word for it, that have been convicted for like small crimes that they ended up in jail for a long time, or like she's gotten people out of jail. There's a fancy word. She's like
Aw.
working for things
I'm so happy she got out of that relationship.
with Kanye.
Yeah.
It is,
I knew
and that is
nothing.
also sad too to see.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Because I mean, no one wants to go through that heartache, but it's the fact that I think he needs help. And I
Yeah.
think that he was holding her back from, like, he was like kind of painting their relationship as if that she was supporting everything that he was kind of saying and doing and whatever. And like, poor her to go
Yeah.
through that. That must have been
Yeah.
hard for her,
So publicly.
so publicly. Okay. So today we're talking about being a woman. But
It's
before we
funny.
do this,
Okay, sorry, go.
no, go for it. It's funny
I
what?
I feel like we're all over the place.
Oh,
But it's
it's the
funny
best though.
that this topic is what we're talking about because the scandal just happened with Kloe. I don't know if you heard about it, right? With her unedited photo leaking.
Okay.
And she, them trying to get it all off of the internets.
Yep. I would love
And
to have a conversation about that with you today.
yeah,
That would be great.
okay. Okay.
Before we go to that, guys, I mean, it's actually fits in really well because right now we have a workshop that starts, in 4 days, on June 1st. Our 2-day summer workshop is starting where Alicia and I are going to, basically help whoever wants to sign up. It's free. We want to help you set yourself up for an amazing summer. And that has nothing to do, like, we're not saying for weight loss. We're just helping everyone. We really want to help people be happy this summer. We want them to be able to have a fun summer. And let's be real here, getting to September and gaining 20 pounds is not what a fun summer is either. So I think there's that balance that we need to talk about. So sign up for this workshop. The link is on this podcast. Go to our Instagram if you're looking for more info. But really, we're going to talk about your expectations this summer. So we're going to set you up for success there. We're going to talk about
your body and
mm,
your body right now as it is and how to live your best life this summer with the body that you are currently in because like it's the end of May. So
exactly. So we're gonna give you some knowledge as well that
yeah.
you need. Like, there is a knowledge piece to weight gain, weight loss, maintenance as well that people are missing sometimes, that is creating drama. So we're gonna like let go of the drama this summer.
Yeah,
And
there's
we're
going to
gonna
be
give
some
you a
like
bajillion strategies.
yeah, I was going to say there's lots of like summer mindset work, but there's
Yes.
so many actual legit strategies. Like I'm taking one for the team guys and I am currently testing out recipes for alcoholic beverages that aren't a bajillion calories and I am like taking this
Oh,
job serious.
I'm so happy.
Ugh.
People love you for it. But this summer we're really helping our members to figure out what, like, we are called Your Weight Loss, but when it comes to this piece of life, so summer, there needs to be some sort of, you need to create balance in the summer. It's almost like a never ending weekend, right? So you know how weekends you need to like kind of create that mindset for the weekend for you to not have that diet mentality. I think summer is the same. So anyways, we're creating an amazing program this summer for our members. We're helping them be accountable, but also choose happiness, choose fun. So we're also having a summer special. So just like keep in touch with Your Weight Loss content because we're giving out a lot
Ugh.
this next month.
I can't wait. We're going to talk about camping. We're going to talk about day trips. We're going to talk about going to the beach. We're going to talk about ice cream. We're talking about alcohol, barbecues. Like we're just going to talk about everything and really show you guys how to live your life
Yeah.
happy, like how to be happy this summer, how to find that balance.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So Kloe Kardashian's thing, I did not know about it. Okay. It's kind of funny because I'm a lot on social media, but I'm just posting. I'm just a poster. I'm not a creeper. So I miss out on things, but I love how you don't.
I mean, I'm better than you, but there's lots of room for improvement.
Yes, I appreciate it. Okay, so do you want to I guess what is this is just our opinions, guys. We're just having a conversation about what we know of what we've seen of this scandal. So tell us about it.
I mean, it was just a scandal where there was an unedited photo of her on the internet and she wanted it taken down from everywhere. And she actually looked incredible in it, but she just looked unedited. And then it just really got me thinking, I'm like, I'm so naive. I guess I didn't think like, wow, every picture I see. I mean, I was always very curious of their bums and how it looks like that.
I find that the way she reacted to what happened, this is what I heard from the chatty broads, because they did talk about that. Is that it was their nana that took a picture at the pool, and like for some reason it got on the internet. So it's like that silly, like it's that much of a, like it wasn't like this like creeper taking a picture. It was just like I think it was very
Well, that's what they think. But like the
okay.
Nana MJ, her name is MJ. She's pretty with it. She doesn't have an Instagram, so they're not really sure
Okay.
how it got
Okay.
leaked.
Okay. What I think is this was a huge moment for Kloe to step up to, like, it's 2021, Kloe. I think this was a missed opportunity of hers. I think that she could have taken this, like, she has a platform, she has a name, she has a voice, and everyone's listening. And I think this is my opinion. I think this was a missed opportunity for her to be like, to like back up that picture instead of kind of freaking out, trying to get every picture, like, let's get this off the internet, and then coming on and doing a live of her body and is like, this is what I really look like. I've worked so hard for this body, blah blah blah. And it was, what I didn't like is you're putting out there that picture, which you just said, at least she looked amazing.
Yeah, like yeah, she
Okay.
had visible abs in the
In the
photo.
picture. Yeah, exactly. That wasn't good enough. That what she looked like wasn't good enough for the internet. Look at the message that is being put out there. I
I
just like,
know.
for me, it was like, no, take it, like, take this moment to, like, I don't know, a missed opportunity. That's the
I
only way I can really put it.
I know. And I don't know if I'm hyper aware of this because I'm currently on, a little bit of a journey to really truly accept my body as it is, and celebrate it. But I'm really noticing so much more. Like, I'm trying not to use filters when I'm on Instagram. Like, it's something. And even I saw like there's apps that you can use to like edit your face even in a video.
I
Eh,
know.
it's like, I don't know though, it's a little bit scary the way that women are showing up on social media for young women, especially. I guess what we think is reality isn't even, and then we're striving for something that doesn't even exist.
I felt uncomfortable. Like, she should have, okay. Like, she has kind of like a responsibility. She has like a social, being who she is. She has that responsibility that you and I don't have, but you and I do have more than like my neighbor. You know what I mean? Because
Yes,
we are in the public eye, so people are watching us. We're not Kloe Kardashian level, but
yet.
I mean, you get what I mean. Yet, but I really felt disappointed and icky inside as to why, at her level, she needed to do that. Like, the whole scenario from step 1 to step 10, the whole, like, let's take this down, and then let's go on social media and like show my real body. And it was very interesting to me, and I was just like, oh, you could have like totally narrated this differently. Like, this could have been, that's not a word, right? I mean, it is for the
I
French
know,
girl
we know
from
what you
Shediac.
mean.
And the other piece to her thing that she her put, like, what she said on People, like, what do they call that when like, oh, this is her thing in the papers, like
Her
her,
statement.
yes, her statement was saying, I've, my whole life I've worked with body image issues,
Yeah.
I've worked so hard. I'm like, Naba, this just shows that you haven't really came over your body image issues if you can't keep that gorgeous picture of you on the internet. Like, for me, it was like, you still have body image issues if you thought that this was the way to react in 2021 with the platform that you have. You thought this was the right way to do this.
And she, granted, she is an incredible body, and she does work so hard to be who she is and to look the way she is. So I would never want to take that away from anyone. That is amazing. She has the right to take any photos she wants and post them and all that stuff. But I just really right now feel like there's a disconnect a little bit. And then there's also influencers who have beautiful bodies and whatever, who are almost like faking their roles to show like it's like getting in these most awkward, weird positions to show, but they have like 15% body fat.
Right.
And they're like, look at my body, like it doesn't always look this amazing. Well, that's quite isolating for someone maybe who is, obese class 3. They
Right.
can't connect with that piece of skin. And again, that person is allowed to have their body and share their pieces of their body. I just think that, I don't know, we're missing. There's something missing right now.
Well, for me, like I connect with what you're saying, that she certainly has the right, like what she wrote down wasn't crazy. Like that, it doesn't matter who you are. If you don't want a picture on the internet of you, that's fine. And I understand, but you are Kloe Kardashian. And this was just a missed opportunity to be able to speak out on that part of life of 2021, on how women, like, I look great in this picture. It's unedited. Imagine like how she doesn't have the confidence to have a picture like that on her platform. Again, missed opportunity. It was like, oh no, she missed the opportunity to finally put out there that piece of what's happening in life right now, where people are showing up trying to create kind of an ugly picture of them to be able to fit in. And she had this opportunity on her amazing platform and she took it away. And instead went in and was like, look how great I look and whatever. It was, both could have existed, could have kept the picture, talked about the picture, have a moment about the picture. And then the next day, not even say, this is how I look, just show up. This is how you look, like in a different way. Like, I don't understand why it's one or the other.
I know.
Why both are you, Kloe? Like both are what you looked like that day. And I understand. And she looked so cute. Like her hair was kind of all messy. She was obviously just enjoying time at the pool. I don't know. The extremeness of how she reacted shows that she has tons of mindset work and body image issues to still work on.
Yeah. Tell me this. Do you think that being a woman in 2021, being a mother as well, she's a mother in 2021,
Right.
like the pressures, do you feel like the pressure on women to look a certain way? Like, what is your opinion on that?
Yes, absolutely. I think if we compare men to women, there's certainly this huge
Discrepancy.
yes, and so that's why sometimes I like go out of my way to like, and it doesn't have to be about my body and my belly or whatever, because I do have like what would most consider a nice belly, just because that's where my body fat would go away. But then like I wanted to show like my legs. I want to like be able, it's like it makes me almost awkward when things are too perfect. Like when I do a TikTok, I need to like make a silly face or whatever, because it's like, but wait, no, we're just like having fun. And I'm also like zero perfect la, you know what I mean? Like I don't just want to post perfect pictures, perfect whatever, but then not hide the fact that I do have that kind of belly,
Exactly.
It's tough.
It is tough. It is a balance. And I mean, I've seen you go through it where people are criticizing you for being too thin. But it's one angle of you and one photo and you're like, hey, have you seen my ass and thighs lately? Like, and I love that you're so open and sharing all of those things. And I think that if we could do that more, that would be very refreshing on the World Wide Web.
On the world. One part that is kind of that we should have a conversation about is I truly believe that women aren't chasing a certain look to please men. I think that women are chasing a certain look to please other women watching.
100%.
Like men could not care less.
No. Did you see that hilarious TikTok that was someone posted it on the community group and it was like about a mom bod? And he was like, he was just basically like, we don't care. Like
guys, they do not care.
Like, do you have nipples? Like that's the level. Like, eat your burger, live your life, have fun, be happy, and just enjoy.
So I do think that like when we post, like when people post things, I think they want other women's approval. And it's not about men. Maybe that's just my perception of things. Maybe someone else is like, no, I've had like different experiences, and it's totally to say like, I don't care what you think in terms of like to men. But for me, it's just when I post anything, I don't even think men are watching. I don't think
Same.
men are on Facebook and Instagram looking at my pictures right now, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. No, for sure. I
Um,
think that the pressure too that comes, it doesn't come from men. The pressure comes from other women. And we have to hold responsibility over that too, though, because we can't just say, oh, the societal pressures, of course they're there, but like at the end of the day, you're kind of deciding, you're the boss and you're deciding which pressures you're letting in and which pressures you're letting, control your thoughts and then your actions.
yeah. So how can we help women that might be listening to this and they're like, they're trying to work hard on a better body image of themselves, and still allowing them maybe change. They want to change,
That
like I think there's that piece where we've kind of lost that conversation of we need to work on body positivity, all those hashtags, okay? But also there's that piece where maybe you want to work on a better you, because that is what makes you happy, not the neighbor, not the people on Instagram, not your husband, just you. Um there's no magic or crystal ball, but what would you say to someone kind of looking for that? What, we were talking before this podcast, you and I, Alicia, and you said something really that is helping you not, it's helping you get past, maybe wanting to lose more, but then realizing like, but I really love my life right now.
Yeah,
Talk
I
to us
mean,
about that.
and my focus right now is taking the focus off the scale, but it's the same as taking the focus off like how I look in the mirror.
Yes.
And just reminding myself that my goal every day is to show up and be the best version of myself and
That day.
that day. And then over time, if I continue to do that, whatever body that puts me in is what I'm in. And guys, you are enough right now as you are. Like I had a moment where I'm like, but I'm Alicia. Like, am I skinny enough to be Alicia? How ridiculous.
Yeah,
I am enough to be the amazing mom I want to be, the wife, your weight loss leader, head drinker. All of those things make me me. And focusing so much on like, but my arms, my back, my butt, my thighs, my legs, you know, I had a moment when I was thinking of having skin removal surgery, and I was looking in the mirror and I was holding up my loose skin. I have a significant amount of loose skin. I was holding it up in the mirror, and do you know what I saw? I didn't see the like flat belly that was created when I held my skin up. I saw the loose skin on my legs. And that made me realize that I need to stop waiting for happiness, for satisfaction from a specific look, a specific body, a specific amount of skin. I need to accept everything right now while working towards better.
absolutely. Someone asked me yesterday on
Mm.
Instagram, like, did you pick your goal weight? Like, did like you pick it? Like it's like a thing, like I pick you, And I was like, that's not the approach that you should ever have towards the scale or your body or whatever. Get your mind out of that, out of off the scale, out of what you look like in the mirror, and go and set standards for the life you want. And I think that this is a good conversation about purpose. Does your current body allow you to live purposefully? And I think that having a good butt or a big boobs or a flat stomach. And again, I always get questions about like, it was the belly fat, Why are we so darn worried about our belly fat? Now, sometimes people will be like, of course you're not worried about your belly fat. You don't have any, and I understand that part, but like, it's like someone that has like tiny legs, I'm like, of course you don't worry about your legs. You have tiny legs, and I have, loose skin on my legs and a bunch of cellulite, and just it's all it's there, but no, like, do my legs allow me to purposefully be Jose? Oh, absolutely. So I think that, and like, I waited too late to get to this amazing point of happiness. I think that I got to, I guess, where I wanted to stop in terms of weight loss, but it's never too late to work on that piece of looking at yourself in the mirror at any time. And you know how I worked on it, and now I'm thinking about it and I'm realizing it. Legit, when I was sitting in a weird sit position where I know that I am like, it's not the best angle, I sat with it and looked at myself, not in the mirror, just like looked down and was like, right now, Jose, you are sitting on the floor to play with Noah. You are not sitting on the floor to take a picture or be in the right angle. This is not about the angle right now. It's so insane how we get into our heads, huh?
Oh,
So
yeah.
So I think what I've been working on for over like almost a year now, is really like not thinking, put this up a little bit. Oh, put it down. If the pants were a little longer, if the your shirt was a little shorter or longer or bigger or smaller, it would be a better for a picture. You're not in a friggin' picture. You're living your life. Like, what are you doing right now? So last year when I was sitting with my shorts, I've never worn shorts, right? I'm not a big short person because my legs aren't my favorite. And I wore shorts, sat down, and everything stuck together, piece and I can sweat. And I took a picture of my legs that touched together from friggin' my vagina to my knees.
Mhm.
And I just like took a picture and I just sat with it and looked at my legs. And I'm like, these are my legs. Like this is it. This is what it looks like. Shorts and legs. That's what they look like when you sit down. That's how human bodies work. They
Yep.
expand when you sit
Yep.
on the side, in the middle,
Yep.
in the front, all over.
And so, guys, it's a lot of mental work. It's a lot of
Yeah.
reminding yourself of your purpose. And guys, your purpose is not to be as thin as possible. Have a body like X. Your purpose is so much bigger than that. It is like looking in the mirror and sitting with it, not looking in the mirror and pulling your skin out and talking to yourself in such a negative way. That you need to stop that self-talk, and you might think that it doesn't matter the way I talk to myself in my own brain. Oh, it matters.
It certainly does. There are 2 times where you can think of your body when you're looking in the mirror. And then, so what I did was you look in the mirror, you say, all right, let's go. Okay. So then it's like, oh my God, I'm going in public in shorts. Okay. Like I'm going to Sobeys in shorts. This is the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
So step 1 was looking in the mirror with positive eyes and a positive, perception of your body. Okay. Perfect. This is it. This is it. Like there's other people at Sobeys that have this body and are wearing shorts and you do not think anything of it. Okay. So I leave my mirror. So that's one piece, the mirror piece, like the looking at you. After that, it's not like a mirror is following you all day, So then it's just you in your mind. So you have to work on that piece. The next piece is actually you living your life. You're in the grocery store, getting the grocery, and your legs are rubbing together, and you have to get out of your head. Get out of your head. That's how legs work. They rub together when you walk, like in shorts, and the shorts rise up. And then you have to pull them down.
Someone needs to work on the short model. I'm just saying.
What is happening?
I mean, come on, guys. It's 2021. That and pantyhose. Let's figure this shit out.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for bringing those up.
But I totally agree. And I've had moments similar to that where I'm like trying on bathing suits to go swimming at a friend's pool. Okay. So much self-talk, so much thinking, so much tucking, lifting, pushing.
Yes.
And then I get there and no one cares.
No one cares. All your kids want to say, Mama, are you coming in the pool? Like,
yes. And my friends are like, hey, they just want to be around me. They don't care where my nipples are or my, fat on the side. Like that's not what it's about. And
like your purpose at that pool, Alicia, is not to like have the most perfect, perfect nipples, love. Your purpose at that pool is to hang out with your friends and be with your kids. But we're so in our heads.
And just trying to be more present in those moments, guys, and remind yourself about what those moments are about. And I want to say the experience we had last summer, we did a photo shoot with team in bathing suits. I was very worried. That's very vulnerable to be basically naked in front of all of these other women who have lost weight. But man, it was I can't even explain it. It was so incredible to see even Jose, who I see every day all the time. Oh my God, her body's not perfect. Danica, oh, her body's not perfect. Nadia, who had her tummy tuck done, still nothing. Like it was like, okay, Alicia, Why are you wanting to be perfect when literally no one in the world is perfect? Like, work on happiness.
Yeah, no, oh, absolutely. And that's why I think like Chloe's thing was like a missed opportunity to just show. And there was like legit, like she got lucky. There were worse angles than what happened there. And I was like, oh, missed opportunity from someone that has a platform that could have totally used this as a moment to, to really like, even if she didn't agree and she's still working on her body image, you would think someone in her team, she must have a team, right?
Oh, there's
It's
definitely a
like, okay,
team.
yeah, there's a team. They could have been like, okay, this is a moment. In 2021, people are really trying to embrace their bodies. It's like a moment. It's a moment. But nope, no one decided that. So that's the part of the Kardashians that I'm like really, you couldn't just for one post get out of your head and the light and just do something because it's the right thing to do. Like I felt like that was the right thing to do. The right thing to do would have been to keep the picture, even if it hurt, and maybe that would have been her first step to self love and embracing who she is and just that moment. Like, doesn't she have someone in her life that could have told her this?
Yeah. And I know that you guys maybe listening are thinking, oh, it's easy for you guys because you're at this point to accept and love your bodies. But, it's very much relative. And you will always have something that you do not like about your body, always, no matter what you weigh, no matter what size. So we have to stop waiting for happiness when we get to a certain number, because it's not coming. Like, you need to work on this right now. I don't care how much you weigh as
Yeah,
you are listening to this. You need
absolutely.
to work on that idea of your purpose and your body's purpose and how you're showing up in the world right now.
And I think that our 2-day workshop, guys, you need to sign up for the 2-day workshop, because I do think that what we're our message is really like this summer. I truly believe that people should be a part of a program like Your Way Weight Loss, because it's allowing people to kind of live purposefully this summer, but also in tune with what they're trying to work on. So it's not about weight loss, but it's about having access to, content that allows you to be who you want to be. And I think that when we disconnect, we don't act like we want to be because we're not in tune.
I know. And we are going to, this summer, we have a chunk of meetings specifically set aside to talk about loving our bodies and accepting. So, because in summer, it's such a vulnerable time. You're so naked. We are going to specifically talk about strategies. So if you enjoyed this topic, it's going to be covered in more detail with our summer fun with J&A.
Yes. Oh, summer fun with J&A. Okay, guys. So if you enjoyed this podcast, if it made you feel good about being a woman, because I would not trade it, even with everything that we have to go through as women in 2021 and trying to like do it all. That's how I feel sometimes. That's another podcast, but I would not trade it. I think being a woman is sexy and fun, and we get to like really show up as we want to be now in 2021. So I love it.
I love it.
So take a picture of your screen, share this, tag us. We friggin' love when you do that. Just FYI, go 5-star, tell your friends about us, follow us. We're trying to get to that 1,000 followers. I mean, we have tons of downloads. People do listen to us, but go and follow us so you don't miss.
Yeah, because if you subscribe, then you get like a notification that the new episode's coming out.
Exactly. We appreciate you. Thank you for being strong women with us. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube under Your Way Weight Loss, or come and join us. Join us at yourwayoursupport.com. All right. Bye, Leash.
See ya.
Rocked it.